everybody, happy Thursday. It's almost Friday, thank goodness. And if it's Thursday, that means that I'm on Twitter. So if you asked your questions using the hashtag KatieFAQ, I searched through them and I have 3 today as well as a journal topic. Thanks, Lauren, for that. So let's get started on some questions. And tomorrow is World Mental Health Day, so I will talk about that a little bit more tomorrow. I know for many of you it's already the 10th of October, but for me it's the 9th. And I wanted to say I have 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. Woo! And I know that happened a little while ago, but I meant to mention it, and sometimes I get so wrapped up in my questions and then I forget my notes. So thank you so much for that. We're raising awareness 1 subscriber at a time. Okay, first question. Hey, Katie, if you notice that a client has started to give up hope again, and they tell you that they don't really care about anything, that they have no motivation for anything, what do you suggest for them to do? Now, I wanted to answer this question because I think a lot of people feel this way, and I know personally in practice that a lot of clients do go through periods of this. Now, depending on the client, there are various things that we can do. Now, I say depending on the client because if the client is suicidal, and this is kind of wrapped up in their feelings of hopelessness, worthlessness, stuff like that, that's a whole nother ballgame because that often requires me to either assess whether they need inpatient, they need like a higher level of care, do they need to see me more frequently, do I need to call the pet team right now and possibly 51, are they a danger? I don't know. But if it's a patient who doesn't have a suicidal past and that's not something that we've talked about, oftentimes it's just lacking in motivation because like I talk about all the time, being in therapy and working on our shit is really hard. Holy crap, is it hard. And it would be so nice if it was easy. That would be wonderful. We could all, be so happy and healthy and everything's wonderful. But it's really hard and it takes a lot of effort. And there are going to be times when we just feel like we can't put the effort in anymore. And for some of my clients, I will ask them the question, like, do you still feel like you want to get better? Because maybe we should take a little break and wait till you feel like you're motivated. Or, so that's one option, maybe take a break from therapy for a while until you feel more motivated to work on it. Or I may take another route where I have them try to think about the reasons why they got into therapy in the first place and reasons why they want to recover or work on whatever they're working on. And maybe that can be people that they're doing it for. It can be goals in their life that they want to meet. It can be, I just don't want to feel shitty anymore. Remember when I was at rock bottom last year, it was just terrible and blah, blah, blah. So there are a bunch of different things that I can do depending on the patient. But those are the 3 most common that I do to help keep people motivated and also make sure that I'm not pushing them to get better when they aren't ready or they don't want to. Okay? Now, question number 2, is it bad for me to rely on you, being me, as a source of comfort every day? Like if I was having a really bad day, then I'd watch your videos. Now, I hadn't actually thought about this, and so that's why I'm answering it, because is it okay if you rely on me? Now, from a comfort and you can rewatch videos whenever and you can feel supported from our community, I think it's freaking wonderful and amazing, and that's why I do this, because mental health care, and what I'll talk about tomorrow because it's World Mental Health Day, but mental health care isn't readily available for everyone. And the cool thing about YouTube and the cool thing about our community is that we're making it available for everyone. And obviously, my videos are in no way a replacement for your own personal therapy or seeing your own therapist or getting your own help from anybody. It's just an add-on. This is like an extra, like bing, a little extra. So I think it's definitely fine for you to rely on my videos and for me for comfort, knowing farewell that it's not a replacement for your own therapy. I'm not your therapist. I am just trying to help as many people as I can with the knowledge that I've been given and learned in school and the stuff I keep researching and, trying to share with everyone so we can break through the stigma and make mental health more readily available for everyone in the entire world. That's my goal. So I think it's definitely okay if you rely on me. I'm here, aren't I? I'm pretty consistent. And sorry the video was uploaded so late yesterday. YouTube was a bitch and would not upload. It took like ages and ages and ages, and I was like, So sorry about that. Okay. Question number 3. Hey, Katie, I just came back from my doctor and he suggested, along with other therapy, to start occupational therapy as well. Have you ever worked with any, and what is it exactly? Now, occupational therapy has changed a lot over the years, and I actually made some notes and things that I wanted to make sure I brought up because it's just like therapy is changing all the time. it started out as one thing and now it's morphed into other things, and it's kind of become more of a tool that we use, and it's something that people will do to kind of help with our economic situation as well as our social situation, and how pretty much our entire environment affects how we're doing. And so they will work with you to potentially, let's say, help you apply for a new job, make sure that you get housing that you need. They will make sure that things are in place for you. A lot of occupational therapists are set into our social services in the United States, so that when you reach out, when you're on disability or something, they'll send occupational therapists out to your home to kind of help better guide you to get you the needs and services that are best for you. Now, obviously, every occupational therapist is going to be different. Like I said, it's a very changing, moving type of field, but at the overall scope of what it is, that's kind of how it works. And oftentimes therapists and physicians will refer people to it when they feel like talking about your problems and working through it is great, but you actually have some needs that need to be met like now, like housing, jobs, maybe managing a legal situation, that they can put you in touch with people who can help you, and they help you better manage kind of your overall social and occupational situation. I think that's why they call it occupational function. I don't have any notes here about what it is, but they overall believe that it's like nature and nurture. They're working more on the nurture side, and they believe that affects a lot of how we function. And I have to agree. A lot of how we're doing in our life can be related to stressors and things that are going on in our situation, like our, life situation, job, school, living, family, moving, divorce thing, all those things that are happening around us can really, really affect us. So it can be really great. And I think that, that it can really help you out. So without further ado, I hope that helps explain. If any of you have a different varying experience of what occupational therapy meant for you, can you let us know? Because I only know what I've worked with and what technically an occupational therapist is supposed to do. But like I said, everybody's different and everybody uses them differently. So let us know if you have a different experience. Now the journal topic, thanks again, Lauren, for that, says, everyone wants to be the sun to lighten up everyone's life, but why not be the moon to brighten up the darkest hour? So I'd like you all to sit down, spend some time thinking to yourself about what are the dark things that have happened to you and how have you overcome them? Or notice when you're feeling the darkness creep in, what are some ways that you can help shed some light? You can be the moon. What are things that help bring you out of the darkness a little bit? And when do we first notice we're slipping into the darkness? Having those insights and being able to notice those earlier rather than later can be pivotal to our recovery. And so I would encourage all of you to spend some time just noticing, thinking about it. Are there certain triggers that pull you into the darkness? Are there certain triggers on the opposite that push you into the light, that make you happy triggers? Because we use that word like it's a negative thing, but it can be a positive thing too. So spend some time thinking about it, and I will see y'all tomorrow because it's finally Friday, and I'll be on Facebook. So ask your questions there using the hashtag KatieFAQ. Bye!